Good evening. My name is Dahlia, and today I want to talk about a topic that is taboo in the Latin community. I want to start off by asking you an important question. Do you or someone you know suffer from anxiety, depression, PTSD, or alcoholism? Have you or anyone you've known ever had suicidal thoughts? All of these issues and the questions that I just asked are part of the mental health community. And among Latinos, no one is immune to it. Although it is taboo in the Latino community to actually admit that you have any of these issues, it's also taboo to get treatment for them. I want to share a story with you guys. When I was 18, my aunt who lived with us suffered from depression. Did I know that she was depressed at the time? Like I do now that I'm a nurse and I'm educated? Absolutely not. All we were told was that she was sad and dealing with some things. What I remember about that experience is just watching her slowly fade away. She no longer did any of the things that she normally did in her everyday life, such as shower, eat, get out of bed, communicate with us, or interact with us. Took us a long time before we saw her again at the dinner table, whether it be for breakfast, for lunch, for dinner. She just laid in her room, slept most of the day, didn't eat, didn't talk to anyone. The room was always dark. And I remember thinking that something more was wrong with her other than being sad. But when you're 18 and your family really isn't even talking about what the real issues are going on, you don't question it. Growing up in a Latino family, whatever the dad says, that's what it is. So we never discussed it. All we really ever did for her was continue to offer food, check on her, and definitely pray for her. Now looking back at that time in our lives, I realized that she was severely depressed. Reasons unknown to me, but now that I'm a nurse and I'm educated, I can see that it was severe depression. Did you know that 1 out of 5 people suffer from a mental health illness? Interesting. So now that I look back, she was one of the 5 in my immediate family that suffered from that disease. And all we did was brush it under the rug and pray it away. Now, had mental health not been such a taboo subject, we could have done something about it. We could have got her to seek help and talk about her problems and get her better and actually deal with the issues at hand, not just brush it under the rug like we did for so many years. Now that I'm at the age of 42 years old, we still haven't talked about it. That is never talked about in my family. With that being said, Latinos often don't search for any kind of help, especially for anything mental. Why would we talk to someone about our problems going on at home when we could talk about it amongst ourselves, or even better yet, just deal with it and move on? And seeking help is not even a thought. You're going against the family if you seek help. What I would like to do is to educate the Latino community in mental health and show them that sometimes it's a biological disorder. It's not that it can happen to anybody. And it's not that that person did anything. They might have been born with PTSD. Well, not born with PTSD, but a biological disorder such as bipolar, schizophrenic, or if they've served in the service, they can suffer from PTSD, or even growing up, coming to this country from Mexico, They've seen horrible things trying to get here to the land of the free. I would also inform the community that whatever they talk to a doctor about or a medical professional, there are laws that do not allow them to talk and discuss their issues of the person seeking the help with anyone else other than that person, unless you give consent for the doctor to discuss those issues with your family. They will never be discussed. It's looked at as weak, seeking for help in our culture. And it's not a weakness to seek help. There's nothing wrong with asking for help and looking for it. Also, so many of us deal with so many stresses in life that it's good to talk to somebody and admit that you have a problem and that you need help. I know that in our community, our faith, our spirituality, we look for natural medicine, home remedies. We go to the people, to the healers in our communities to help us deal with these things. But with the increased rates of suicide in the Latino communities, it's important that we open up the lines of communication and talk to people about these issues and let them know that it's okay to seek help. In conclusion, I want to let you know that if you need help, look for it. Seek it. Ask a friend, ask a neighbor, ask your nurse, ask your doctor. It is not taboo, and it's about time we start dealing with the mental health in our community before we continue to lose any more of our young people or our family members to suicide. Have a great evening.